we are diving into one of the most important topics in dog behavior, also one of my favorite topics, the world of canine body language. Your dog is constantly communicating through expressions, postures, movements, and yes, vocalizations. But are you listening? Understanding your dog's body language isn't just fascinating, it is the key to becoming a more empathetic and more effective pet parent. So let's break it down. Let's delve into some of the most common dog body language signals, what they look like, and what they might mean. First, let's talk about the tail. The tail can tell us a lot about how a dog is feeling. And contrary to popular belief, a wagging tail does not always equal a happy dog. A fast, loose wag might mean very excited and happy. A slow, loose wag might be calm and content, happy. If you see a stiff tail, that usually means discomfort or uncertainty, high stress situation. That stiff tail might be stock straight. It might be wagging fast, back and forth. If you see that, that is definitely not an indication of happiness, so pay attention. And then of course, most people can tell that if a dog tucks its tail between its legs, it's probably very nervous, very scared about something. What kind of tail do we want to see if we want to see our dog happy, calm, confident? Well, we want to see that loose wag from the base of the tail all the way to the tip, loosely wagging, whole movement there. Next, let's talk about hackles or piloerection. What I mean when I say this is hair standing up off the skin. Usually, this happens along the length of the dog's spine. Sometimes it's only right above the tail or between the shoulder blades, and sometimes it's the whole back. This generally just means high arousal. So it could mean that they are excited about something. It could be that they're, overstimulated. It could be that they're scared of something. It just means heightened arousal. So you need to look deeper to look at what else might my dog be feeling. Yawning. Yawning is not only about being sleepy. Yawns can also signal stress or dis-ease. Or they might be your dog's attempt at calming themselves down or calming down a situation. Lip licking. Let's talk about this one because it is one of the most common signs that I see in a dog who is feeling a little bit stressed. So what does it look like? Usually it's a tongue flick where the tongue just barely comes out of the mouth. You just see it a little bit and it's repeated. It may be bigger. It may be the tongue coming out and running along the lips. Either way, if you see it happen repeatedly, and it's not because the dog just ate a really yummy snack, then you might be dealing with a dog who's stressed out or nervous about something. Let's talk about ears because they can tell us a lot. So firstly, when a dog has their ears pinned back to their heads, that can mean a few different things. Most often I would say it's related to a dog feeling fearful or uncomfortable with something, but dogs also use it as a way of appeasement. You might often see a younger dog meeting an older dog, pinning their ears back and saying, hi, 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 please like me. So it can be that kind of appeasement as well. When a dog's ears are perked forward, it can indicate alertness or curiosity. But if their brow is also furrowed with those ears going forward, that can usually indicate stress. When their ears are just doing what their ears normally do, and I'm not going to say floppy because not all dogs have naturally floppy ears, but when they're loose and they're relaxed and they're just resting where they normally rest, that usually indicates to us a pretty calm, happy dog. Let's talk about eyes. Eyes can also tell us a lot. The most common thing that a dog does with their eyes to communicate is a whale eye. So that's where you see a lot of the whites of a dog's eyes. They're looking to the side, you're seeing a lot of that whiteness in their eyes. And that almost always indicates stress. Usually, it's a dog telling you to back up. Eyes can also tell us when a dog is feeling a lot of arousal. So a lot of activation. I see pupils dilate, for example, when a dog is feeling a high amount of arousal or stress. How about the well-known and well-loved position of the play bow, or a downward dog? This is the position where a dog bows its front legs and head, and its butt is still in the air, usually accompanied with a wagging tail. A play bow is almost always an invitation to play. It's one of our clearest signs that a dog is very happy to interact with whoever they are play bowing to. Now here's a couple of important signals that involve the entire body. The first one I'm going to go over is a completely stiff body. So a completely tense and stiff body can indicate to us major stress. A stiff body can also indicate pain, but if we're talking about emotion only, a stiff stance or tense stance almost always indicates to us that we better stop, back up, and this dog needs some space. Another whole body signal is rolling over. Now, most people are going to think, oh, he wants a belly rub if a dog rolls over. But let me tell you right now, that is not always the case. And I caution you to go pet the belly of every dog you see rolling over. If you know the dog and you know in that circumstance that dog is inviting a belly rub, then great. But unknown dogs, especially dogs that you're meeting for the first time, when they roll over, they're likely not asking for a belly rub. They're likely showing, I'm uncertain here, I'm feeling a little bit of stress, and I'm trying to bring down the tension of this situation. Sometimes it's a request for space. So when you go in and rub the belly, that is the exact opposite of the dog wants in that situation. And you do risk the dog snapping, growling, or biting you. So as you can see, body language isn't always straightforward. Like our verbal language, one thing may have a lot of different meanings. It's always going to depend on the context of the situation. What's going on? What do you know about the dog already? And what signals are they using all together? So if you notice a lip lick, look at the rest of the body. Is the lip lick accompanied by a tucked tail, maybe a furrowed brow? That dog is stressed. Is the lip lick accompanied by a yawn that follows the lip lick and a tense body? Stressed out dog. Is it a lip lick, then a shake off, then a play bow? That's a dog who was feeling a little bit stressed, but is recovering from it and ready to play. So pay attention. Every body language signal is one that we should pay attention to and listen to and take seriously, but it's not always going to mean the same thing. So look at your dog, figure out the context that you're in, what does this mean, and what is that signal accompanied by, so we can get a bigger picture. See, dogs are incredibly expressive. We just have to learn their language. We would also love it if you snap a picture of your dog and post it on the community forum. You can post it with a caption explaining what you think that this posture tells us, or you can just post it and ask, and we'll explain to you what that posture might mean. So share on the community forum, because we really want to hear from you, and it's important to engage with each other and learn our dog's body language. By simply learning your dog's language, you can strengthen and improve your bond with them and build more trust, making life easier for both of you. So what is your dog saying to you today?